If you want to know the taste of a pear, you must change the pear by eating it yourself. If you want to know the theory and methods of revolution, you must take part in revolution. All genuine knowledge originates in direct experience. Mao Zedong. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Inspired Word Cafe. Yeah! I invite you all to have a revolution with your life and experience it all. We've been told through words and actions that we're only here for the good experiences, and that is not true. We're here for all the experiences, so therefore all the experiences are good. Death, life, divorce, marriage, fear, love, all of it is good because that's how we grow, that's how we learn. Why not? Embrace it all. So make your life a revolution and then bring the revolution to the street. Right on, my sister. How you guys doing? Good? Yeah? It's supposedly spring, right? Some parts of the country is not quite feeling that, but here in Kelowna, it's nice. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you for coming out to the Inspired Word Cafe on Shaw TV. And we've got a great show for you tonight. We've got music, and we got some looping, and some beatboxing, and some rapping, and poetry, and some inspiration. And that's how we're going to start. This young lady has stepped before the mic on IWC before, but it's been a little while, so it's really good to have her back. She's a fitness guru, ex-athlete. She's just basically someone that is trying to do what we're all doing, trying to shift our human consciousness so we can live better and helping people to live healthier. So I applaud her for that. And I invite you to applaud her now. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Sean Flanagan.
Thank you. So today I want to start with a question, and that question is, when was the last time you did something for the first time? And I just want you to kind of ponder on that. When was the last time you took a chance, or you took a risk, or you tried something new? Recently, in December, I was quietly contemplating the last year of my life and all the interesting chaos and wonder that came through it. And what I realized is the element of uncertainty and spontaneity was lacking. I didn't have enough of it, or I wanted more of it. And it was funny because by the end of the month, I had somehow managed to get myself in this situation where I booked a flight to a foreign country with a complete stranger, someone that I had literally known for 2 hours. So when I ask you, when was the last time you did something radically different in your life, think about that moment and what came of that moment for you. What was that feeling? What was that experience like? And do you sometimes long for it a little bit more in your day-to-day routine, right? Usually with our routines, they're super mundane. It's like punching in, punching out day to day, right? And what came for me from that personal experience was this euphoric experience. It was something that I hadn't tapped into for a really long time, probably since I was younger. And it was the element of surprise, not just in that moment, but that was about to come. It was always encroaching, right? And it was really unique, and I don't think we do enough of it. I don't think we challenge ourselves out of our comfort zone and our usual realm of being enough. And so what I want to share with you today is, how can you get more comfortable being uncomfortable? The lovely oxymoron, right? And for me, what I've kind of learned after, December up until this point right now is I've made a lot of shifts. And that one experience actually challenged my brain, and it almost shifted my brain chemistry in a way that I hadn't experienced before. And so my whole realm of possibility shifted. by just choosing to do one thing differently, by just choosing to take a leap of faith in a different direction than I had actually chosen ever before. And now I get to tick something off my bucket list and embrace uncertainty of traveling to a foreign country with a completely different person. But in that experience, I've also learned the value of developing new forms of friendships, just viewing the world and your day-to-day differently, seeing things in a different light, seeing people in a different light. When was the last time you walked up to a stranger and asked if you'd go to a foreign country with them? Right? So what I'd like for you to think about is, how can you challenge yourself to get out of your comfort zone more? Because the more and more you stay in your comfort zone, it's going to be routine. It's shades of gray. So the more you get out of it, the less dull colors are there. There's more fruitful colors. There's more zest of life, more juice of life. So I'd love for you all to challenge yourself in some way within the next week or the next 24 hours or the next year to do something radically different in your life. Because living on the outskirts of your comfort zone is where the magic happens. That's the juice of life. That's where the flavor is full. So thank you.
You really booked a ticket with a stranger or someone you just met after 2 hours, and you loved it. Experience it all. We didn't talk about what she was going to talk about. How apropos is that? Well, you know, and how many people my life is so boring or so mundane. And you act like someone else is crafting it for you when you're the one that's crafting it. So to me, brilliant. Every time you come, it's fitting to what needs to be said. So we'll see you in 6 months. Imagine what she'll do by then. Wow. Good for you. I think we're overdue for a coffee. Anyway, thank you very much. Give her another hand, guys. Well done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue on with the show. Most of you know this young man to my right, but you usually get to see him in the back. He's we affectionately call him Dave, the sound guy, but he's more than just audio. He's more than just setting up speakers and mics and making sure DIs are plugged in or not plugged in. He's also a musician, and I think it's about time that we have him to be part of his own show. So, ladies, I know, give me that look. Anyway, guys, put your hand together for Dave Agnew.
Thank you very much. I'll give you a little ditty here. Any of you that have children should be able to relate to this. It's a little song called Do We Really Know? You wake up in the morning, you hear the children play. Do you ever stop and wonder what they're gonna learn today? Do we really know, what it is to hear all when we speak? Do we really know what it is to see in you and me? They ask so many questions, how we're born and why we die. Do we tell them various stories, a grown-up term for lies? Do we really know what it is to hear all when we speak? Yeah. Do we really know what it is to see you and me? The little ones so loving, you see them every day. Oh, the little ones so carry on. To get along, yeah, yeah. You wake up in the morning, you hear the children play. Do you ever stop and wonder what they're gonna learn today? Do we really know, what it is they hear or when we speak, yeah? Do we really know what it is they see in you and me? Do we really know? Oh, do we really know? Do we really know? Oh, do we really know? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dave, for that amazing song. And we're just going to continue on with more music and words and some voices and beatboxing. This young man, too, came all the way from Vernon to be with us tonight. I had the pleasure earlier this week to share the mic with him at an event in Vernon, and now we get to feature him on the Inspired Word Cafe on Shaw. I'm going to let him come and do his thing because I think he needs the time, because I think he's brilliant. I know he is. Anyway, guys, I invite you to put your hands together for this young man all the way from Vernon, BC. I just like saying that. Put your hands together for Joel Williamson.
Okay, I got two pieces to share tonight. The first one is a little bit of man versus himself, sort of introspective slam / narcissism. So, we'll see. The next one's a little bit more serious and, more of a professional thing, I guess. So I got to build the track here, and I'll be performing afterwards. To grasp the vastness of the task I've been assigned. I don't even need to go the route of being redefined. Feel like I've been here for years, I put in my time. That's why it's almost effortless for me to blow your mind. It's also a reason for a guy like me to spit this little bit of hip-hop. Even despite this fact that people will probably just see I'm white, though I'm kicking wicked syllables to satisfy your vices. Cut so deep, make you wonder where my knife is. Flow so dope, make you wonder what my price is. Move so smooth, make you wonder where your wife is. Getting people grooving, yeah, anywhere a mic is. So let's begin the celebration of what life is. Moving to the music instead of sitting in silence. Go ahead, feel it, close both of your eyelids. Mark another time in your life now as priceless. Let me take you on a journey inside my mind. It's gonna be a scavenger hunt, I hope we find it. Buried deep beneath the cogs and gears grinding. Down in the darkness, the light we should be shining, yeah. All right. And now I'm definitely sure that I'm breaking the mold, and I'll admit it that I did it ripping 30 years old. Imagine that, an average dad from the land of the cold. I'm not aging with time, baby, they made me a gold. Now I'm here facing backwards on a one-way road, having trouble picking the direction I should go. Should I do the usual and just go with the flow, or do I carve a new path for the people to follow? I've tried to be a good man, I've really tried, but now I'm thankful my life becomes what I decide. I can kind of believe there's no girl by my side, cause I've already got a best friend. I keep him deep inside, he's like a darker side of me. Inside me he resides, kinda like me. Occasionally he likes to hide, he hates how people think, so he puts on a mask. Sometimes he likes to drink and it's always a tall glass, yeah. We know that a small one's just not gonna do it. So let's go back to the days now of snapback caps. Back when old school raps were all hot new tracks. Back when skinny rhyming white kids were not the cool cats, the ones who emerge in English at the top of the class. But look at me now, I got the crowd grooving. The way I choose the words and verbs is so soothing. Manipulating lines at times, it's so smooth. And using the gift of gab that I got to do what I should be doing. Spitting all over a microphone while you just sit there drooling. A clan of amateurs, sure you tell me you're improving. The look in your eyes says to me that you've been sniffing glue. And I'm taking you back to class, now I'm the teacher and you're the student. If individuals of intellect are in such high demand, why do I feel like I'm dying of heat and climbing a hill of sand? My mind is like a fire in front of a spray paint can. How my mouth and my jaw keep up with my brain, I just don't understand. Nah, and that's that. Thank you. All right. So for this next piece, I just finished writing it on Monday, so I got to keep my book with me because I don't have it all ingrained in my memory yet. So I'm going to do my best to read and perform. So I got to make another track. I don't come prepared. And, you know, mixing it on the spot, it's fun. Okay. This right here's a little perspective from a guy who's never really accepted anyone at any time being disrespected. The whole human race has been infected. We've only got one planet, we need to respect it. I don't know why the love that I have isn't reflected. The world's getting crowded, man, we need to accept it. I like my earth diverse and eclectic. So what's the basis of being a racist and hating people based on melanin in their faces? I gotta ask, can anyone out there change this radical pattern, the path of greater resistance? You think by now we could look past this passion we have for filling caskets, unwanted, unwarranted guerrilla tactics, using living humans now as target practice. Where's the love? Where's the love? There's just not enough. So we gotta ask, man, where's the love? I'm taken aback by those hating on blacks or any other color keeping our spectrum intact. I don't feel nervous expressing the fact that I expect every living soul to want to fight back. They call us a race, but I don't think anyone's winning. Killing time and each other while the world's spinning. If the devil exists, he's sitting there grinning, feeding off the hate ever since the beginning. They say life's a game, but I ask, who's playing? Seeing on the news each day a new slaying, shiny new gibbet with a new noose hanging, machine guns, automatic rapid fire spraying, armies gather around the globe, plans formulating, refugees in barbed wire, nearly suffocating, trying to get closer to God, up on roofs praying, the end may be nigh, I'm the guy doing the soothsaying, we're way beyond just preying on the weak. I ask who's gonna inherit the earth, searching for the meek. How many demerits do these people think that we can keep? Seeing into the future, brother, it's looking pretty bleak. I'm trying to spread a message now for the people who need it. I feel the world we're living in is just so depleted of the nourishment in the soil of which we plant our seeds, and no warmth or light from the sunlight here in the season. Witness this man inspired by rhetoric and reason, picking every pebble from the sediment, still believing a diamond in the rough. Maybe I should try to be him. I know I'm no messiah, but I know many that need him. We need to pump the brakes or repeat history. We all know what it takes, don't pretend that it's a mystery. The artist's heart is sparked by everybody's misery. Not for profit, profit, here to stop hypocrisy. Where's the love? Where's the love? I should have put a better beat on there. I have a dream, we'll call that statement deja vu. In today's day and age, that dream begins with you, scratching at your temples, looking at me all confused. Meet me at the pearly gates, see who gets refused. Nah, I'm not perfect, that's not what I'm trying to say. People want love, but not to give it away. Lowest common denominator, we can reciprocate, though it's more normal to hate to love and love to hate. Time is never ending, we're not promised tomorrow. Stealing from the future, convinced that we just borrow. Pay it forward in the form of positivity. We use the word pay, but it's crazy that it's free. Don't call it a dream now, we call it a plan. Trying to change the world in any way we can. Like a pottery wheel, changes within our hands. Time through our fingers, slipping quicker than sand. And that's that. Thank you.
Well, that was our feature. Joel, thank you so much for performing. That was amazing. What did you guys think? Good.
Thank you, thank you.
So, Joel, tell us a little bit about yourself. What got you into music?
I was raised in a really musical family. My parents were worship leaders at the church growing up. My sister could sing, my brother played drums, and I did nothing. So, I don't know, I just kind of found my own groove late in life, and I'm just trying to run with it, I guess. And just, find inspiration from everyday life.
Have you always been writing? And
No. Every once in a while, I'll get a clever rhyme come into my head, and I used to just put it on Facebook and, hope for social approval, I guess. And, I got a lot of compliments on some of the things that I had put together, and I don't know, just from there, it just kind of spawned into writing full verses and expanding into, I guess, what I'm doing now, right?
Well, it looks like you're having a lot of fun on stage, so
Yep,
that's good.
Pretty good.
So what turns you on creatively or spiritually or emotionally?
Well, for me, I don't know. I was never really a very vocal person. I've always been kind of a hermit and shy, very shy, believe it or not. I think just being able to have the ability to step out of whatever box I had put myself in and essentially change personalities. That's, where I find my inspiration creatively, just because I know I'm better than just a, little hermit that hides away all the time. A gift to share, right? So, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's fun being up on stage.
Yeah, right? You get the spotlight.
Kind of take on a persona.
Yep.
Right? What sounds do you love?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I like the sound of the microwave finishing cooking. That's always a good sign. Yeah, I don't know. I like dogs. I like dogs.
You like the sounds of dogs?
Yeah, I like dogs. I like dogs. I don't know.
What sound do you not like? What do you hate? What sound do you hate?
I don't like people who complain. That's grinds my gears. It makes my ears bleed when people complain, because most of the time it's, self-sufficient things you could fix yourself, and it just, it doesn't seem necessary a lot of the time, and it just, irks me.
When they whine.
When anybody's like, I don't like this. No, don't look at it then. Don't put yourself in that. I don't know.
What's your favorite word? If you could choose your favorite word.
Ooh, my favorite single word. Phenomenon. Probably. That just kind of came off the top of my head. It's not really an actual favorite word. I just think it's great, and it has very good descriptive quality, and it is what it is, right? A phenomenon.
And it sounds cool, too.
Yeah, and a lot of people can't say it, and that's always funny, right? Phenomenon.
If you were an animal, what animal would you be that would represent you, do you think?
A wolf.
A wolf?
A wolf.
And why?
I am very capable and content of being on my own and, loping through the wilderness, looking for what I need to hunt myself. I think
Wolves are cool.
self-sufficiency, yeah.
I like wolves too. So here's one of Aaron's favorite questions. Aaron, if you were deserted on an island and you had to choose between Raul or me, because Aaron's not here, who would you choose to be deserted on the island with?
Ooh, so many facets to that question. Well, forever? Ooh, boy.
Well, eventually a ship will come, maybe.
Oh, okay. Well,
You're deserted
I don't know.
for a while.
No offense, I'd probably have to take Raul. He probably do a pretty good job of hunting and pushing trees over and stuff. And if he ever ended up kicking it, that's a good meal, right?
That's what all the guys say.
No offense, brother.
No worries. So, last question is, where can people find more of your work?
That is a good question. Actually, I'm so amateur at what I do, I don't have any... you can find me on Facebook by looking for my God-given name, but other than that, I really don't have many social outlet, I guess. Yeah, I don't really have anything. You can find me on Facebook, Joel Williamson, but other than that, you're pretty much just going to find a bunch of people with the same name as me.
Will you make an album down the road?
I plan on it. I've had people ask me to, and it's ambitious, but probably proper.
Could be a fun adventure.
Yeah, right?
Project.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming out.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out to Inspired Word Cafe. You can find us on Facebook, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.